Hi there, and a warm welcome to Winner's Corner. It's Sunday and it's time for Grand Slam 75. We're off to Stockholm and Solvalla racetrack, and as usual on Sundays, it's really exciting. What do you think about the round?
It's a very even round. It's tricky to find the right bankers, and I think we'll see a pretty high payout this Sunday.
Mike has, as always, done his homework, and we're starting off in the first leg of the Grand Slam 75. It's the fifth race, and this is a long-distance race, 3,140 meters. Who's going to prove to be the strongest one?
I think that's going to be number 6, Vestibo Real World. Seems to be completely overlooked this time. Do you remember back in September, the horse was out on the V75 over the same distance and raced really well against some really tough horses. That's Aisha Simoni winning there. And since then, Vestibo Real World has been out on the V75 every time against top horses and has raced quite okay. So I think the form is a lot better than you can tell from the race card. And over this long distance, I'm hoping Kajsa Frick just sends forward early on and keeps a good pace all through the race. And in that case, I think that number 6 will prove the strongest.
3,140 meters, the fifth race. Turning the page to race number 6, and here's a really huge favorite. Can we trust this favorite?
I feel very confident we can. The horse was absolutely phenomenal last time. Has raced really well now, 5 times running really. And what's key here is that Kai Widell is driving once again. The horse seems to thrive with him. The way the horse looked last time when he was last with 700 meters to go, went 4 wide through the last turn there and then just finished. I don't know how to explain it. He was just flying over the final stretch, and he looked absolutely wonderful. I'm a bit concerned that that was at Solvalla, so maybe a lot of people actually saw that race. In that case, we're not getting good odds on him, but he feels like a very sure winner here. He moves down in class quite a bit.
So number 10, Maintainability, the winner in the 6th race. Let's take a look at the 7th race, and it looks pretty difficult to solve, Mike. What do you think about, what's your suggestion here?
Well, I think number 6, Jackpot Tuma, is simply better than the rest here. The horse has raced really well with an American-style race bike now for quite some time. Kai Widell drove him last time at Solvalla. He overtook the lead after a bit, and he was first over for quite a while, and then finished very strong in the last 500 meters. He got beat by a horse that was better that day, but see how far behind the rest of the horses are there. So he's up against more or less the same kind of competition. I don't see any superstars against him here. So I think Kai Widell will send this one to the front quite early, and from that, if he reaches the front, I think the race is over, but he's good enough to win this even from the outside.
So putting our trust in Kai Widell there, and now we move on to the 8th race, and difficult to solve again. It's kind of even, and you found an upset, and a big one at that.
Well, I hope so, at least. This one always goes off at very high odds. A bit underestimated horse. Number 9, Titan Igiro. I really like this one. He's a solid performer. He's a good fighter. He's maybe not the speediest horse, but he seems strong. Look at last time when he got the opening too late. He can't really accelerate all that fast, but it seems that his form is intact. And from an interesting post here, I'm hoping they're putting up a good tempo in this race. In that case, his strength could really take down a lot of horses over the stretch. But he's up against tough opposition, so I'm playing it a little bit safe. We're getting good odds on the show as well.
So go for the show bet there in the 8th race. Now let's take a look at the daily double. It's, as usual, handed out in races 5 through 11. No, it's not. It's races 10 and 11, of course. And if you want to find the daily double, you need to find the winners in these 2 consecutive races. So in the 10th race, the first leg of the daily double, what's your thoughts here?
Well, I'm going to take advantage of that. Number 12 has 5 straight wins now. Everybody's going to go for that one, but there's no way that horse is going to clear around the field and beat number 3, Beautiful Bacardi. Beautiful Bacardi, a good sprinter who's raced really well since the horse came to Sweden. Only one race, but looked phenomenal, and I think can race really fast over the sprint distance. So number 3 is going to go wire to wire here.
So 1 horse in the first leg of the daily double. And of course, you usually go for the straight ones. So which horse do you have this time?
I really like the straight doubles. And last Sunday really worked out really well. So number 4, Titan Brode. We're not getting the same odds this Sunday, but hopefully we can hit a straight double. Here, once again, there are a couple of horses that are going to draw a lot of attention with poor posts, numbers 10 and 12. But I don't think they're catching number 4 over the sprint distance.
So that, of course, means only one combination for Mike's daily double. And now let's take a look at Mike's V75 system. You have it probably pretty good figured out. 3 bankers, Mike, the second leg, and of course in the 2 last legs. We haven't at all looked at the 5th leg. You need a lot of horses there.
Yeah, the 5th one is very open. I would suggest marking all the horses if you can afford it, but I couldn't, so I've got 5 horses that I feel seem a little bit better. I like number 3, Susan Journey. That's a nice mare and gets Contio behind her once again, so I think from a good post, she could really finish well here.
Out of your 3 bankers, which one of these is the safest one to bet?
Well, I feel Maintainability really moves down in class quite a bit, and with the form he's shown, I think he should win this one. So I'm going to say Maintainability.
So 3 bankers there, and hopefully some upsets will give you a good payout. 375 combinations for Mike's Grand Slam 75 system this Sunday, of course, from Solvalla Racetrack in Stockholm. And that was all for this time. For more information, please visit our website, swedishhorseracing.com. Thanks for today, Mike. We wish you the best of luck and have a really great Sunday.